Did Jesus Christ really exist? Even though he lived over 2,000 years ago, the evidence for his existence is strong. It comes from both Christian and non-Christian sources. Here are 5 of the most convincing pieces of evidence, with the most powerful one saved for last. First, Tacitus' account in the Annals. Tacitus was a respected Roman historian, writing around AD 116. In the Annals, in Book 15, chapter 44, he describes the persecution of Christians under Emperor Nero after the Great Fire of Rome. He mentions Christus, from whom the name had its origin, suffered the extreme penalty during the reign of Tiberius at the hands of one of our procurators, Pontius Pilatus. Now, this reference to Christ being executed under Pontius Pilate during Tiberius' reign matches the New Testament accounts. It provides a credible non-Christian confirmation of Jesus' existence from Roman historical records. Now, this is important because it shows that evidence of Christ's existence comes from outside the Bible, from Roman history itself. Second, Josephus' Jewish Antiquities. Josephus was a Jewish historian who lived in the 1st century. He also provides a strong non-Christian reference to Jesus in his work Jewish Antiquities. In Book 18, chapter 3, Josephus describes Jesus as a wise man and a doer of wonderful works. Although some parts of the passage may have been modified by later Christian scribes, most scholars believe that Josephus did originally reference Jesus. This is crucial because Josephus was not a Christian. His works meant to document Jewish history, not promote Christianity. His mention of Jesus is an independent confirmation of Jesus' existence from a non-Christian source, showing that Jesus was known and discussed even outside Christian circles. Now, third, the Gospels as Greco-Roman biographies. The Gospels, like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, are seen by many scholars as Greco-Roman biographies. This means they were written to provide historical accounts of Jesus' life and ministry, much like other biographies of the time. Written within decades of his crucifixion, they are among the earliest records of any ancient figure. Scholars like Graham Stanton argue that the Gospels fit into this genre, which reinforces the idea that they were intended to document real events, not just create myths. By viewing the Gospels as biographies, scholars give more credibility to the claim that Jesus was a real person whose life was recorded similarly to other historical figures. Next, eyewitness accounts and early creeds. Early Christian creeds, like the one found in 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verses 3 to 8, date back to just a few years after Jesus' death. These creeds summarize the core belief of the first Christian communities and are based on eyewitness testimonies. Paul's recounting of Jesus' resurrection appearances, including his own, is crucial evidence. This creed predates the gospel, showing that belief in the historical Jesus and his resurrection was already widespread among early Christians. And the last one, the strongest one, the crucifixion as a historically certain event. Jesus' crucifixion is one of the most well-documented events from antiquity. It is mentioned not only in the Gospels but also by non-Christian sources like Tacitus, Josephus, and the Jewish Talmud. Historian John Crossan famously said that he was crucified is as sure as anything historical can ever be. The fact that this event is universally accepted by scholars, including those who are skeptical of Christianity, makes it the strongest piece of evidence for the historical existence of Jesus. Now, these 5 pieces of evidence from both Christian and non-Christian sources build a strong case for the historical existence of Jesus. Whether viewed through the lens of faith or history, these accounts together confirm that Jesus was not just a legend, but a real person whose life and death had a lasting impact on history.